diabetes. If you have diabetes and are on Medicare, you may qualify for a free meter from Liberty Medical. Diabetes. Diabetes.
So having Southpaw say that they deny any affiliation with Nazi shit or Proud Boy shit at all after what recently went down is kind of hilarious. When the brand that you yourself are repping and tagging and telling everybody in the world that you are friends with openly says they agree with Nazi shit. They rep that shit. They have it all over their merch. And the owner goes out of the way to say, do not rep our brand if you do not fuck with this lifestyle. And then them being great friends, they wear their shit. There's no excuse. That's like if I were being like, hey, I deny any allegation of me being a fat ass, despite you just watched me eat a stick of fried mayonnaise, and I have a bag of something called Fatso Burger, whose slogan is, we only sell food to fat asses. But I'm not fat. Man, the world is fucking tiresome. I need to change the subject real quick. Welcome to Just Plain Filthy.
Want to hear some heavy shit? Some certified ass beaters? Then get ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it's motherfucking bounce!
Last week was a blast to come back and do the JPF podcast. And a lot of people hit me up and were like, thank you for showcasing us. Thank you for giving us a spotlight. Thank you for promoting this show effectively on your show. And it did better numbers than all my other stuff. And, you know, the podcast has always just been a way for me to talk about the things I'm interested in. It never really did well number-wise. But it actually did last week, and I'm fucking pumped, so hopefully the momentum continues, and we can continue getting this show on the road, promoting this shit effectively, promoting different bands, heavy bands, great bands effectively going forward. But before we get into the music aspect of things, I just want to talk about my week real quick. And I know you probably don't care, lots of other people probably don't care, but I care. And I got nobody else to talk to about this shit, and I'd like to think that we're all friends here, so I'll make it quick, I'll make it snappy, I'll try to make it entertaining, and we'll get right into the meat and potatoes of things. Lately it's been nothing but really early mornings and late nights. Whether I'm playing a show, or I'm hitting up an open mic night, or it's karaoke night, or I'm just working, it seems no matter what I do, I'm up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to the gym. I'm trying to get back into that shit. Yeah, my cardio is still fucking terrible. My arms are still fucking cooked spaghetti noodles all wiggling and waving around out here with no fucking definition. But you know what? I'm putting in that work. And at some point in time, I'm going to look like 0.5% better. So like, thumbs up to that. I gotta say, I don't feel like fucking anything has changed, but I go to work and people see me and go, oh shit, TJ, have you lost weight? I know, probably. I haven't fucking weighed myself in like 2 years. But you know what? I'm feeling a little better. Mind's getting a little clearer. It's not all cloudy and dark and depressing. When I go there, I'm listening to music like a motherfucker. Sometimes I'm watching anime. I've been on that Bleach shit lately. Everybody was talking about Bleach for the longest time. Finally decided, turn on Crunchyroll, turn on Disney Plus, check out a couple episodes. I get the hype. And I know I made jokes about it last week, but I got an early showing. I was in a fucking movie theater for 9 a.m., which felt weird. I had to buy some breakfast corn. You know the deal. Or maybe not. But I finally got to see The Odyssey. That movie was like almost 3 hours long. And honestly, I wouldn't even care if it was a little longer. It was paced beautifully. They summed up everything really, really well. Cinematography was great. Anne Hathaway fucking killed it. Robert Pattinson killed it. Tom Holland, he did okay. His main job was just to be a little bitch, being like, where's my dad? And he did that okay, I guess. Matt Damon, still think is a weird fucking choice for Odysseus, but, you know, he did the dramatic roles really good. He still kind of looked like a bitch in all the really tough roles. But from what they were giving us, what they had, what they chose to do, I think they knocked it out of the park. Could have been better, but it was the best they could do with what they gave us. So I give that a 4.5 out of 5, a big ol' thumbs up, and now I am all set with the movies. Let's get this shit fucking rolling. Time to talk about August 28th, Night of Filth. Number 3, we got 4 more bands to showcase as opposed to last week where we did 3. We stacking the fucking deck up. Let's go. So when you decide to throw a show which blends hardcore and metal and hip-hop all in one show cohesively, you need the hardest of the hard. And in Manchester, New Hampshire, where this shit is going down, there is no harder band than Southgate. New Hampshire has had an incredible track record for putting out some really hard shit out of the Northeast. Fortunately enough for me, there has been no harder band than Southgate since Word for Word just hung up their boots and called it quits. So of course, I had to grab those motherfuckers and put them on Night of Filth. It took no time at all, really, for me to reach out to them to get back and become one of the first artists to actually be confirmed for this show, which I am incredibly thankful for. From what I was told, Southgate is one of those bands that you just have to see live. The way they egg on the audience to get that shit going, getting the vibes right, the aggressive atmosphere that they bring. You know, just listening to their music on streaming platforms, you can really tell how well it'll translate into a live setting. Unfortunately, I have never been able to see them live. It has been a thing on my list, but it never lines up for me to be available or me to be able to afford a ticket at that time. You know, times are tough. It's expensive nowadays. I get it. So once their name was thrown out there as a possibility or a band to check out and ask to be a part of this, I jumped at that shit, and they were very quick. If you like bands like The Rival Mob or even Negative Approach and you're in New England, do yourself a favor, come out August 28th and see Southgate. You will not be disappointed. Now, this next band does not have any music out at this moment, but they are working hard at it. For representation purposes, I'll be utilizing the 2 bands that they came from, because they were and are currently holding it the fuck down.
I feel the guilt of living from each breath he takes, lost in the fear of feeling with each breath.
Play for Blood is a brand new band on the scene, comprising of members from both Bambino and Lanterns. No frontman Bam at the helm of things, screaming into that fucking microphone, Ty playing guitars, Tim on that bass, and Lanterns drummer Dylan just fucking going ham on those skins. I am so fucking excited to be a part of this show for one of their first shows as a band. The first show being the week before up in Maine for Buried in Wells, and then the second show right here in Manchester, New Hampshire for Night of Filth 3. Just as I started going to more and more local shows, I stopped seeing Bambino's name anywhere, which hurts because I was very invested in their music and I wanted to see them. On the flip side though, I did get to see Dylan perform with many other bands So I am aware of how good he is. I'm just happy I get to see some way, shape, or form these guys all jamming out at the same place at the same time. And I'm hosting the motherfucker. That's a win if you ask me.
Aaron got the sauce and he ain't even gotta prove it. Should they like me like I'm Nike? Cause I get out and just do it. Say I don't know about the grind and tell me what the fuck I'm doing. Bitch, my IQ.
Normally, the hip-hop scene has a bit of an ego problem. Everybody will stand there and tell you that they are the best, but I can say with my full chest, looking at you dead in the eyes, that I am nowhere near the best, but the best in the region has to be Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown has got the wordplay. He's got the flow, he's got the swagger, he's not afraid to be vulnerable, and that alone will set him to the top. But then he's got connections. He flies over to the West Coast to do these cypher camps and network with the greats. He has a personal friendship and work relationship with the great Nox Beats, who's made beats and has produced and did video editing for some of the best rappers in the game ever. Like Token, like Prof, like Eminem, like Joyner Lucas, and like Chris Webby. That's a fucking list. So with all the talent in the world, the knowledge and wisdom bestowed unto him from people who actually made money in the business, and the willingness to just show up to shows and support the local scene gives him all of my respect. And I am completely over the moon that he agreed to come out and be a part of Night of Filth 3. And lastly,
Do you want to see what's keeping them alive? Do you want to?
when I was originally booking Night of Filth 3, we had a different date in mind. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for literally anybody, but one of the first bands that I actually requested was Deceptions. I saw videos about them with their just brutal sound, their energetic stage performances, the way they captivated the crowd. I was like, I need this on my show. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. But then when we redid the date and found a new home for Night of Filth 3, everything fell into place, and Deceptions was like, hell yeah, bro, let's fucking do it. The moment their name was brought up to me, I looked them up on all the streaming platforms I could find for them, and I was just like, there's no way a band like this would be interested in playing a small show like this. And then I found out that they are pretty local, and they would totally be down. Based off the flyers that I saw, I immediately had to reach out to them. And if you are a fan of bands like the Acacia Strain, or even Unearth, then this is the band for you. I mean, no disrespect to any of the bands that have ever played a previous Night of Filth. This is going back from this year all the way to 2017. But Deceptions might be the most mosh-worthy band that we've ever got to host. So if you're down with that throwing down stuff, if you're not one of those wall sitters, this is going to be the band where you're gonna need to stretch, you're gonna need to get limber, and you're gonna need to fucking show everybody in the room what you've got. And it's really good that they're going on later in the night, just so you can build up to that moment. You can work off that fucking ring rust, as they call it. Get those joints nice and well, get nice and limbered up, and then just go to fucking town. Prove to me that you're not a fucking robot. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this fucking podcast. The unfiltered, unapologetic weekly music breakdowns. Hey, if it's good, it's good. If it sucks, I'm gonna let you know. You know, we've been having some good weeks lately, so I hope it's really good, but I don't want to just be sitting here fucking sucking everybody off.
That's a big game, man.
Well, okay. Australian-based metalcore band ZUKO just dropped their newest EP titled Built for Pain, and this is definitely something to check out if you're a fan of bands like Alpha Wolf or Knocked Loose, especially Knocked Loose, because I feel like this EP is very much Knocked Loose if, Brian Garris didn't sound like that one episode of SpongeBob where he's yelling at Gary to finish his dessert.
Gary! You are gonna finish your dessert and you are gonna like it!
There's only like 3 things that I actually know about Australia. They got big ass spiders, they do shoeies, and the bands that come from there fucking rip. And this band fucking rips. I honestly think that these bands need their own blow-up moment, like an Akudama or a Counting Worms kind of shit. Because this has everything that kids nowadays and people involved in the metalcore and post-hardcore scene actually like. It's got really good guitar work. It's got clean drumming. It's got effective and rumbling bass. The chorus is fucking hit, and the breakdowns hit even harder. I mean, if you're listening to this and you're looking for a band, definitely check out ZUKO. Their song Primal Rage on Bandcamp is the tits. It's the tits and the ass. It was super, super, super close to an A+. Only thing that's given me a little bit of a hang up to not give them an A+ is they did everything really, really well, but they did nothing creative or unique in this. Like, I've heard pretty much everything they did. They did it well, and people will like it. It's very, very good, but we're not breaking any grounds here. Genius-based deathcore band A Kiss Before Burial just dropped a brand new EP. And honestly, it was fine. Until the bass drops happened. The bass drops felt forced, and the doubling of vocals felt very unneeded. It kind of took away from both of them. While I'm sure the lows would have been great by themselves and the highs would have been very, very well done, putting them together, it felt like too much and too unnecessary. This kind of felt like all the bad tropes of deathcore from 20 years ago all wrapped up into one. And I know that there's a market for that. I know that there's a group of people that hear stuff like that and they go, that's my fucking jam. Unfortunately for them, this was not my jam, and I did not really have a lot of fun listening to this. This seems like 2005, 2006, but like the bad way. I gotta give them a C-. The things that were good were great, but the bad far outweighed the good. I can't go any higher than a C-. Metalcore / deathcore group from UK titled You Will Die, great name, just put out a new EP titled Wish It in Blood. These people hail from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, which is the fucking birthplace or current hometown of WWE superstar Finn Balor. And just like Finn Balor, this double stomped the fuck out of me. This is everything that is 2005 that other band wished they were. All the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. This band is like if Malevolence just teamed up with old Bring Me the Horizon. Just really good in those regards. They got the shredding guitars at times. They got the perfect snare sound. The one that I'm just saying sounds straight out of the past. You got breakdowns. You got pig squeals. You got it all. Everything that you want in your 20-year-old music, they got. Unlike some bands. But not really. This was fucking phenomenal. That last band kind of gave me PTSD. I was like, oh, the instrumentals are good. That means when the vocals come in, it's going to be nasty crap. I'm going to fucking hate it. Nah, dude, I love this. I loved this. And you will too. Check out the entirety of their release because It's on YouTube. It might be on Spotify, might be on Bandcamp. I don't know the other places. I found it on YouTube, but I watched the video from start to finish, and I thought it was incredible. I had a great time, and I probably replayed it like 4 times. I gotta go with a solid A for this one. A solid A. It's really good. It's not breaking new ground. It's breaking ground that was there like 20 years ago. It literally just sounds like it's 20 years old. I'm sorry, I keep bringing it up. I'm sorry. Swedish death metal band SORCERY just put out a new single titled Shadowborn. This is going to be off their next album, celebrating 40 years as a band. These dudes are legends. They are pioneers in the genre. And I'm so happy to know that they're still fucking kicking. They're still rocking. And they're better than ever, honestly. They're described as a death metal band, but with the punky drums over the shredding guitar and the shouting vocals, I think this is more of like crossover thrash almost. Just on that borderline, you know? I know I don't normally fucking dispute things with publications or bands when they say they are one thing and I think they are a different thing. But at times I'm kind of a genre Nazi.
You hear that, Southpaw? That's the only acceptable one. You could have been that. You chose the bad one.
Pardon me, I had to throw my digs at least one more time. But I'm not normally a regular death metal kind of guy. And I listened to this track and I was like, holy fuck. And they've been around for 40 years. Normally by this time I hate motherfuckers. This is gonna go on my fucking rotation. And when the album drops, I will also be celebrating 40 years of that band. Because god damn they are good. That is a A from me. Solid A for me. It's a second week of predominantly good stuff. I swear, I used to find all this bullshit. Maybe I should go on Bandcamp and just check out those ones that look like a clearly AI-generated image. Normally, those just sound weird because they threw them together, or it's a one-man project that just like either mixed weird, or it just sounds empty because there's not too many things going at the same time. Maybe I should broaden my horizons. But you know what? You're welcome for 2 good weeks in a row. Next week, probably not going to be so nice. I have no plans next week. I'm going to be searching for music. I'm going to try to find some real nasty shit. Time for me to become the heavy music Al Roker in this bitch and let you know what's going on in your neck of the woods. August 20th at Hardcore Stadium in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Get the fuck ready for Surfaced, featuring Sue and Retina and My Hands Were Tied and Incontent. It's $20, but it's going to be a fucking rager. Come out and support local music. Once again, it's Surfaced, Sue, Retina, My Hands Were Tied and Incontent. August 20th at the Hardcore Stadium in Cambridge, Mass. My homies in Maine are gonna get promotion today. I referenced it earlier, but Buried in Wells is back, and it's happening August 22nd in Wells, Maine. 898 Bald Hill Road in Wells, Maine to be specific. It's an outdoor show, it's $10 entry, and it's all ages. There will be food and merch all over that bitch, featuring Ejin, Taxi Cab Dismemberment, Horse Grave, 1,000 Mile Fall, Indoor, Buck 50, Ley Lines, Lanterns, and my boys, Play for Blood. All those bands, $10, create a fucking vibe. Every year I see this show, every year, it's fucking crazy. I've never been able to make it out to one, but I see the videos and I go, why not me? Because I have to fucking work, that's why. August 22nd, Wells, Maine. buried in wells. August 28th in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's the whole reason for these episodes. Night of Filth number 3. We got Eudora. We got Arms Like Teeth. We got Play for Blood yet again. Very heavily featured on this. We got Deceptions. We got Southgate. And then we got hip-hop artist Dying Star, Aaron Brown, and yours truly, Kill Murray. It is $15 at the door. Most of these bands will have merch. I tried to keep it affordable for something like this so you can come out and support the bands. It all kicks off at 7. The doors will open at 6. I will be going first. So come out early, support the bands, grab some drinks, and have some fucking fun. August 28th at the Bungalow in Manchester, New Hampshire. There's one hell of a metal show going down August 29th in Providence, Rhode Island. We got Depressionists, we got Edict, we got Wichita Pete, and we got Gaia. It's not my show. I don't know why I'm saying we, but it looks like it's gonna be fucking fire. It is a free show, and it kicks off at 6:30 in the afternoon, and it's all ages. So if you ever want to corrupt your child, or a neighborhood kid that your son or daughter are friends with, bring them out to this. Ruin their fucking lives. Completely free. August 29th, once again, Depressionists, Edict, Wichita Pete, and Gaia. And lastly, RPM Fest is back. And I don't know what, I think this is their 10th anniversary. But it's a big camp out fest featuring rock music, punk music, metal music. There's professional wrestling, there's tattoos, there's beer, there's food vendors, there's everything. I actually got to vend RPM Fest about 8 years ago, and it was incredibly fun. This year, the lineup is insane. There's about 40 bands over a 3-day period, and some of them are Monolord, High on Fire, Chemists, Whores, Dwarves, Dope Throne, Dysentery, Void, Miracle Blood, Squid Pisser, and Goblet, which I believe has played every other one that they've had. I think they've played every single date RPM Fest has had. I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. RPM Fest will be taking place in Montague, Massachusetts, September 4th to September 6th. Every day is an all-day event. So please pack up your car full of goodies, bring out some friends, bring a tent, camp out in the field, and have a great fucking time. So that's about it for this episode of Just Plain Filthy Podcast. We talked about new music, we showcased those that are playing Night of Filth 3, and I let you know what's going on in the area. So hopefully you found a new band you like, hopefully you find something to do. I will check you next week. It's been real. Have a good one.